Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca, and welcome to another interesting episode where we discuss on some interesting updates. We begin with Ansu Fati as Barca will meet the super agent Josh Mendes to discuss the future of the 20-year-old La Masia prodigy. We are going to discuss on that as we progress. Secondly, we are going to talk about Pedri Gonzalez as the Barca prodigy have opened to playing in Gerard Piqué's Kings League. He said would have gone for it. So guys, as we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. If you're just coming across the channel for the very first time, you are highly welcomed. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Barcelona are inclined to wrap up the final touches of the squad overhaul as the summer transfer window edges towards an inevitable close for the Catalans to find some freedom with their finances and balance the books. Departures are still deemed necessary, and the front line is particularly considered as an overcrowded department, with Xavi possessing more than ample options in attack. As such, Fati has been at the forefront of rumors tying him to an exit. According to Sport, George Mendes, the super agent representing the biggest names in football, is expected to travel to Barcelona this week, where there will be a summit to discuss Fati's future. Owing to overbooking in the front line, Barca are expected to propose a departure, especially in line of the interest from Premier League. A temporary loan spell that would allow Fati to establish regular game time would also potentially be one of the talking points. However, the report argues that Barcelona would not impose anything on the homegrown forward, and in that event that Fati decides to stay, he will not be forced to bear the brunt of the route. Mendes, who has previously recommended the player leaving and has examined various offers for him, will also not force the 35 million rated forward to close his chapter in Catalonia, despite the difficulties he faces in acquiring a regular game time. The Spaniard's stance has been clear since the start. He wishes to regain his prominence at the club where he has spent the majority of his career and improve his situation. More clarity on the player situation is anticipated soon, after which Barca can search for other alternatives to lighten up the wage bill, with Ace Abday being one such option. Of course, Ace Abday, Ansu Fati are players whose names has been mentioned quite a good number of times in the transfer market lately. And not many people were seeing this coming some seasons back. For these two players were seen as players whose future looks certain at Barca with the talent that they has. And it shows how Barcelona are really going down the drain as regards finances. Ansu Fati, most especially, the rumors of Ansu have been shocking to many callers, as Barcelona want to cash in on him and leave players like Eric Garcia, leave players like Ferran Torres. Of course, for Ferran, I think he has been better than the Ferran we saw last season. But Fati should be a player that should stay, in my own opinion. But will that be the case? I still don't get it. The player still faces uncertain future, as Josh Mendes will come to Barca soon again to have a meeting with the club, with the administration, discussing on what holds now for Ansu's future. Very important, because the summer window comes to a close and there have been a lot of interest for the player, in Spain and abroad. And as it stands right now, Xavi does not look as though he counts on Ansu Fati's services moving forward. And we know that at the age of 20, Ansu needs to play more. He needs to play regularly. And that has been a concern for his agent, Mendes, as well as his father, Bori Fati, who have been lashing out on several occasions in the past as regards game time and development for his son. And when we are looking the fact that Xavi does not even want to be playing him that regularly, it might come as a big blow. And of course, Fati might consider doing something different, like maybe leaving, because it is no secret that Fati have made it well known that there is no way he wants to depart Barca. He wants to succeed. He wants to, right? He was trusted by giving Messi's number 10 2 years ago, but it didn't show any, he didn't make use of it. Last season, we saw Fati really poor in his performances, but this season, I think Fati has really personally improved his health, fitness, everything is good. We saw him in preseason having good impact. Even the game against Cadiz last Sunday, we saw Fati entering, and I think alongside Ferran, they had to change that game the way it was flowing, the rhythm changed, and Fati is that player that comes with some attacking threat. And for me, I still don't get it why Barca will be pushing so hard to see him leave. So as it stands right now, it will be very important for the club to decide what are they going to do, and most especially for Fati, as he has the yam and he has the knife. Because even if they say, okay, we have an offer for you, we want you to leave this club, Fati saying no, nothing will happen. Barca will not force him, because the same thing that happened to Frankie de Jong last year when Manchester United already agreed with Barca for an 85 million euro package. But what happened? Did we see Frankie de Jong leave? No. Frankie de Jong was hell bent on staying, which he succeeded to win that race. So for Fati, will he continue to push for that? Or has he given up that there will be no space for him under Xavi's plans this season? Then on to the final story of discussion. Speaking in an interview, Barca midfield prodigy Pedri Gonzalez has claimed that he would be open to playing in Gerard Piqué's Kings Cup if circumstances permitted. The Kings League is a novel seven-a-side football competition started by Piqué in conjunction with other football personalities and internet streamers after he retired from the game last year. The rules of the game vary from that of the traditional football match and is gaining popularity within Spain since its inception in December last year. Many footballing greats such as Ike Casillas, Sergio Aguero have been associated with the project as chairpersons of teams, while some legends such as Ronaldinho, Andrea Pirlo, among others, have played in the competition. And now Pedri has claimed that he enjoys the Kings Cup competition and would have been open to playing in the tournament if circumstances allowed him to do so. He said, as chairman, I have never thought about it as a player. The truth is that I have. If I wasn't in the context I mean, playing for Barca, I can tell you that if I had the opportunity, I would have gone for it, Pedri said, as quoted by Marca. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.